everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, today I'm out with a drone. This is a new drone on the market. It's the Bugs 18 Pro. Comes in this nice hard case. Let me take it out and show it to you. Inside the case it looks like this, and when I take it out it looks like this. So the Bugs 18 Pro is an entry-level drone for people just getting into drones that want something to go out to their local park or with the family and friends and fly around and shoot some video. It does record at 4K 30 frames per second or 1080p, your choice, and it does have a 3-axis gimbal up front, which is very nice. So it means images should be stable when it's windy out like it is today, a little bit breezy. You can also record all your video and photos to a micro SD card that you place in the side. You must provide it yourself. On the bottom it does have a few sensors, the most important one being optical flow, so it can stabilize itself if you're flying indoors as well as outdoors. It just shoots a picture of the ground and tries to focus in on that and stay stable. Brushless motors, translucent props. One thing you'll notice about today is that it is sunny yet dull at the same time because the sun is going in and out of the clouds up there. It is fall weather and I am dressed for it because it's kind of chilly up here in Canada. A few other things you need to know about this drone. It does have a battery that gives you 25 minutes flight time. I think when you buy this it automatically comes with 2 batteries, so the price you're getting 2 batteries. I believe it comes with 2. Mine came with 2. Range using the controller is 3,000 meters, so that's 3 kilometers. That's about 1.5 miles. And the antennas on here are actually real. Yeah, they have wires going through them. So maybe they're telling the truth. It goes 3,000 meters. I guess we'll see when I take it out for a flight. Although I'm not allowed to fly at 3,000 meters in Canada because I might not be able to see it, but I'll fly it around and check it out. Last 2 things to mention because people always ask this. No, there's no obstacle avoidance. If you see a tree coming, you must stop. Don't fly into the tree. You are the obstacle avoidance. Second thing to mention is the weight. A lot of people will ask me if it's over 250 grams and they will not watch the video until I do the unboxing and show the weight. So I'll show you the weight right now. It's over 250 grams. All right, so let's go take this for a flight and see how it does out here. All right, here we go. First things first, power on the drone. Just hold down the button. You see all the green lights. Makes a little sound. Make sure the gimbal guard is off. Put it down. It will adjust itself. It's not going to grab any satellites yet because you have not connected the controller to it, so it doesn't know what it needs to do. Next thing on the controller, pull out your antennas, pull out your cell phone holder, pull out your little handles here, and you're pretty much good. And then take the speed dial here. You have low, medium, and high speed. Put it on medium right in the center. Hit the power button. Wait for the beep. Beep. Now you probably can't see it in my hat cam, but I'll try to show you. You see 2 lights up here, which you have to wait is until you see 1 light, 2 light, and the 3rd light over the drone. When you see that light, then this is connected to this. There we go. I think you can see it now, a little green light over the drone, so we're all good. If you're wondering what this last light over here, the 4th light is for, that's when the drone has GPS, that will light up. Since this is an entry-level drone, you will have to do a compass calibration every time you power it on. So I've powered it on. To do the compass calibrations, you can select it in the menu on your phone after you connect, or you can just pull the 2 joysticks down and to the right. Here, I'll show you like this, down and to the right like this. You'll know you're in compass calibration mode when on the back you see this light flashing. So all you do is spin it 3 times. Once, twice, 3 times, and then I'll put it up and spin it 3 more times. I kind of know what I'm doing. I've only done this like 1,000 times to every drone on the planet that's entry level, but yeah. So it should be done now, and when I look back I see a solid green light, which means good. Plop it down, it will grab the satellites. Now you don't have to do this, but I do it all the time. Especially if you're flying indoors, you can do a gyro calibration. That means take the 2 joysticks and this time pull them down and to the left. And you'll know it's working when you see the little light at the bottom flashing here. Well, I'll leave it like that. I'll see it flashing. So I'm pulling it down and to the left. And on the bottom there, I don't know if you can see it way down there, that is flashing right where I'm pointing. All it does is it sets all the parameters to 0. So it knows it must be level, and it knows that it's at 0 height, and everything from here will go up and it should be level and straight. So next thing we have to do is take your cell phone and connect to the drone. So it's like being in a coffee shop and you're connecting your laptop to Wi-Fi. So here I am. You can see on my phone if it's recording, it says 54AF60. All right, so we're all connected. So they're talking, so you just have to start up the app now. Never start up the app before you connect. You always connect first, then start up the app. And if you're wondering what the app is, it's called X Drone. So I'll tap that and it should say connected. So down on the left, it says connected. We're all good, ready to go. Enter device. And I should see what my drone sees, and I do. It's right on the screen. And it says standard mode, medium speed, and it's green. That means I must have enough satellites or something. It says I have 15, 14. So we're good to fly. I just got to take my phone and stick it in my cell phone holder. So to take off, I'll stay in beginner mode, and that is basically hit this red button first. Motor start, and then hit this up arrow thing here, up and down arrow. Should go up. There we go. All right, our drone is up there, but I'm going to show you some settings on the actual phone. Hopefully my phone is recording, so I'll go to settings right here. Here's all your settings, and it looks like mine have to be set. So right now, orbit, it's at 5 meters. I'm going to crank that up a bit to like 13. Maximum distance, I'll put it over onto max. I don't know why it says 500 when they say there's 3,000. Height, 15. Let's crank you up to max. So you can kind of see that. Return to home altitude. Put it over at 30. Transmitters, good, good, good. And let's go over to sensor status. That's for your calibration. We're not doing that. Hop out of that. Determine. The word determine on here kind of means okay. Next, we'll go over to our camera settings and let's take a look. So on the left, you can see if I want to take a photo. There's your brightness, saturation, all your other little things here. Auto, 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 and everything else. And if I go to the bottom one, video size, I want to record at 4K 30, or you could do 1080p 60. And what else do I have? Gimbal roll adjust. I don't need to adjust the gimbal. Oh, the sun's coming out. So let's go back to our camera. Over here, I have a video button. I'll click that. Should go into video mode. Bring the drone down a bit. Nice and low to the ground. Sometimes, whoa, I didn't mean to land. I should pay attention. Okay. So sometimes drones look better when they're shooting low. And if you bring it forward, let's try this slow. It's got low mode here. Let's try that. Low, low. Can you bring it down really low? I don't know. Let's try low on here and bring it low forward. Will it go forward through my legs? Or is it going to chop my legs? Whoa! I was kind of worried there because as it's going through the legs, it gets a little bit of wind gusts. All right, let's bring it back up. So let me just check out these speeds here. This is low. Here, I'll stand in the video so you can see me. Okay, low, full blast, coming at me. So that's very slow. That's nice. It makes good filming. If you want to do cinematic filming, that would be the mode you would probably pick. Let's try medium. It gets 2 beeps and it should be faster. There we go. All right. So that's what most people would fly a drone, like in medium speed. It's the standard. Give it some height and let's do sport mode. Here we go, sport mode. Let's be full blast. Good way to drain your battery quickly. All right. So we don't want to do sport because that's too fast for what we're shooting out here today. Okay, let me bring the drone over here and I'll try some of the features on here. First one, we're going to try follow me mode. So I'll take it up in the air. A lot of these follow me modes want to be up. It's a GPS follow me, so that drone has to follow the GPS in my phone. I'm using an iPhone and I do find sometimes the iPhone makes drones think my phone is not where it is, but more over there or over there. It doesn't do it with an Android phone, but my iPhone always does that. So we'll try it, we'll see what happens. So on the screen, I'm gonna tap the options right here. First one's follow me. And it says basically just slide this to put it in the follow me mode. Slide it, let's see where it goes. Where does it think my phone is? Well, that's not bad. It thinks my phone's a little bit that way. So here, let's bring the camera down. I'm gonna walk and it should follow me. Here, I always hold my arms out. See, the drone is there. Now there's no obstacle avoidance, so you see I'm walking by trees. It will hit the trees if I walk under the trees. So it's not a good idea to do what I'm doing here. If you're a beginner, don't try this because it will hit the trees. It doesn't know any better. So here, let me just get out of the way. There we go. So follow me seems to work. This could be good or bad. I'm going to put it in orbit mode, so it's either going to want to go back 13 meters because I set it to 13 and then orbit, or it's going to stay right there. I'm not really sure, so let's see what happens. Orbit mode. On here they call it point of interest. Let's hold this up and slide it, see what happens. Slide. Or it's just orbiting right there. So, oh, from that point it's orbiting out 10 or 13 meters. Obviously as it comes around it's going to smash into all the trees over there. You can see the trees. Not unless it does something miraculous, but let me see if I can lift it. Yes, I can. Ha 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 ha. I can lift it up just in case. There we go. So there we go. It's orbiting, and if I come back this way, I'll be in the center as it's going around, and it should miss these trees because I did put it up. So Let's see, am I right? Is it gonna miss the trees? It's going, and it missed the trees nicely. All right, so that works. Now there is one more mode on here called headless mode, but I'm not gonna show that. That's for people learning how to fly. Headless mode just means that the joystick on the right will move the drone in whatever direction you move the joystick, which is a bad idea. So in other words, right now the drone is looking at me. This is the front of the drone, so if I move that right joystick forward, it's gonna fly into my head. So that's how you're supposed to fly a drone. You're supposed to know that's gonna happen. If you put it into headless mode and I move that right stick forward, it won't fly into my head, it will actually fly backwards because I'm telling the stick to go that way. What else do we have on here? I'll go into the maps, I'll see if they're working. Yes, they are. Now, the point of interest is made for you to, like a tap to fly. So watch this, if I touch that little finger on the bottom right, you have 3 options. The first one is send the drone someplace. So if I want to send the drone over here, I just tap. Now, it will fly there if I tell it to. It goes to that point number 1. So it will go from there, it looks like, to over there, and then I could film along the way. So I'll just go 1, 2, and back close to me, 3. So it's gonna have to fly over to 1, 2, and 3. That's good. At the very bottom, you see something called submit. I'll click that, slide, and she should go. There she goes. And of course I put number, whoa, I put 1, oh my God, holy shit. Oh, 1 is over in the parking lot. It just went through this tree. I don't even know where it is anymore. Hey, I gotta go back to see where the video is. Where is it? Okay, it's over. I'm looking at the screen now. Holy crap. And it's coming back to the trees again. Oh, look at this. Is it gonna go through? Oh no, right at the tree. Poof, poof. There she goes. Oh, I probably destroyed the drone. Why do companies send me drones to review? Oh, look at that. Look at this thing. Smashed into the ground. Battery came out. All right, so let's put that back in. How's the gimbal? Oh, it starts up. Okay, well the camera gimbal looks kind of okay. Grass all over it, but man, that was kind of goofy on my part. I thought I had it high enough. So, lesson learned from me, make sure you put the drone way up in the air before you do silly stuff like that. Well, it's still working. There's my head, it's filming me. So, it's pretty robust. I will give it a thumbs up for that. All right, so since the battery fell out and I put the battery back in, that means a compass calibration had to be redone. So I just redid one, and now I'm gonna take it up and make sure the camera works and everything else. Let's hit this little button here to unlock. Oh, that works. And let's hit this button to go up. There we are. So I guess the next thing I should do is take some videos. So the video's on. Let's go this way. Got it in medium speed. And let's go fly over here, bring it around, and then past me, and there we go. Let's go take some video and photos. See you later, Mr. Drone. Don't hit any trees. Be good now. All right, next I'm gonna test out the return to home function. So here we go, holding the button down, and it should go into return to home. Where is it? I hear it. There it is. Is it gonna land on my head? Let's look up. Well, it's not gonna land on my head. It's right there. Going down, going down. Oh, that's pretty close to the landing pad. Look at that. That's not bad at all. That's pretty good. All right, final thing I'm going to do is put a GPS on here to test out the speed, because I have so many people that always ask me with these drones. I don't know why. They want to know how fast they are. Of course, I can tell you what the specs say, but let me just put this little module on it and I'll tell you what the speed is in sport mode. So there we go. It's on the back. Hopefully that doesn't hamper the GPS that's built in. There we go. So all I have to do is take it up, fly it, bring it back, hit stop, hit read, and we'll have our speed. So here we go. Take it up. Doesn't seem like the module is affecting the GPS. I'm gonna go way up. I'm gonna put it on high, sport mode, and a little bit higher, and there we go. Full speed, forward. There we are, full speed out. Coming at me, here we go, full speed back. And release the throttle now. And bring it down and read what the speed is. And come on back here. All right, there we go. So let's go to our module here. Module's on top, so I'm gonna hit stop and I'm gonna hit read. It said that was 40 kilometers per hour and I went to a max height of 16 meters off the ground. So that's not bad. I think that is what the rated speed is, and that's exactly what it showed up here. All right, the next thing to show you is what comes in the box. Check this out. This is the box your Bugs 18 Pro comes in. Inside the box, you'll find a hard case, and inside that hard case, you'll find your drone, your controller, a couple of batteries, and some accessories. The Bugs 18 Pro is a foldable drone, and when you unfold it, it looks like this. There are 3 indicator lights on the drone for night flying and orientation. Total takeoff weight of the drone with battery is 390 grams. The included foldable remote is rechargeable and has all the typical buttons such as video start stop, take a photo, and adjust your camera gimbal. Front-facing buttons are all self-explanatory. Included accessories include spare props, a USB-C cable, a micro Phillips screwdriver, a spare battery, user manuals, and stickers. Welcome back to me. So final thoughts on this little guy. Well, it is entry level. It's pretty cool. It's resilient. You know, not too many drones can smash into a tree at full speed and survive. This one here, nothing is broken on it. Not even the props, no chip, nothing. The gimbal 3-axis survived. Works perfectly. So yeah, thumbs up for that. The only thing I did notice is with my iPhone, I do get this problem every now and then. When I'm standing behind stuff like these trees, I took it out at a distance and I'm standing behind all these trees and houses, sometimes the app would freeze up. And when it freezes up, you still have telemetry. So I could still see the distance, the height, everything else. No problem there, but the video signal was frozen. So the way to fix it, well, at least for me, the only way to fix it each time that happened, so you have to exit the app, you have to close the app, then reopen the app, hit connect, and then you get your video signal back. Don't ask me if this is how it works with every phone, but I know it does it with my iPhone like that. So that's all I have to say. Everything else is positive. So if you're a beginner and you want to get your first drone, I think you'll love this one. It's not too big, not too small, simple to use, everything works. So I will put links below. Oh, that might be bad news because apparently this is so new on the market, it may not even be available for sale yet. So with all that, I say thanks for watching. If you have questions on the drone, post them below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I will catch you in a future video with many more drones and other products. Until then, I say bye.